Welcome to the Lucha Critics podcast. This is your host, Ken.
Welcome to another edition of the Lucha Critics. Today, we're going to be talking about the best finishers in pro wrestling history. But before we get into it, I want to introduce the panel for today. Right here, I'll go this way. Where's my hand? This way. Josh. We got Josh on this end. Say what's up, Josh.
Hello. Hello.
And on this end over here, we got Warren. Say what's up, Warren.
Howdy.
All right. And yeah, we're going to be talking about that. But before we get into the main theme of the episode, we're going to be talking about a quick highlight of this past week's shows from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and AEW. We'll start off with Raw. I believe, Warren, what did you want to talk about SmackDown and Raw? There's something that happened there.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously the whole Judgment Day thing on Raw is pretty good, but I want to focus on a thing that I don't think is getting enough attention, and that's the New Day story and Xavier's slow turn to the dark side, which I'm all for.
Yeah, I think he is gonna turn.
Like he's so angry. He's so especially during the match as well. What's his name?
Odyssey Jones.
Odyssey Jones. I'm like, it's Jones. I don't really know too much about him, but like I'm liking him so far. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if he's been on something before, or if he was in NXT or anything like that, or what his story is. But yeah, I just know he was just there one day with New Day, and I'm like, all right, this guy's cool.
I know from what I know from that guy is, he started in NXT, and then they did this whole promotion about like, oh, he got drafted into Raw, and then another draft happened, and then he got drafted to Raw again. That's the only like way I've ever known this guy. But I'm glad that they're actually using him now. He's just not just like some mystery wrestler in the background, you know.
Yeah.
But what else happened on SmackDown and Raw?
Do you want me to just keep going?
I'm not sure if there was anything else you wanted to talk about.
I mean, I have more, but I didn't want to I don't know if anyone else had.
Well, I have one more thing before you move. I don't know. It was during the tag match, right? When what's his name? Xavier got mad because he didn't get the hot tag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's true.
I like that they're planting the seeds there, but
oh yeah, no, it's really good.
My thing is like I hope that they give him his own like. I mean, they go the Chad Gable route and give him his own team.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that turns out.
Or he could join Karrion Kross.
I don't think he'll join Karrion Kross.
That'd be it'd be interesting, but I don't think he'd fit really well. I think he needs his own team where he can like be the leader.
Or he just do his own thing.
Or do his own thing. Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
Go a singles run. But yeah, anything else you wanted to talk about?
For Raw, two more things. Again, I'm enjoying the Alpha Academy, the American Made, and the Bright White Six going on. We had a good match. I think we finally got a tease of Nikki Cross doing something, which was nice.
Yeah.
There, and then also the whole which one is it? They joke about how all their names are the same. Which one's the one who keeps going off the top rope and just crushing everyone?
Oh yeah.
Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed.
Okay, it is Bronson Reed. I'm like, it's not Is it Bron Breakker? Like, but I just love that they just keep going to the top rope. He just keeps killing.
Yeah.
Basically.
And tsunamis.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's nice seeing them use him for something.
Yeah.
He's just been there for a while as well.
Didn't Braun Strowman come out to confront him?
Yeah, we're gonna get Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that's gonna be this.
Reed.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's I think it for Raw. If you want me to go to SmackDown, I enjoyed the opening segment between Waller and Cody Rhodes. At first, I literally just thought Waller was talking about Austin Theory when he said like he's a very egotistical person. Then he said he's the champion, and I got confused. I'm like, that's not Austin Theory. I'm like, oh, he's talking about Cody Rhodes. And I don't know if anyone knows this, but Austin was just posing the whole time during the Instagram live feed, which I absolutely loved. Like no one was talking about, but he's just in the background, just posing, just
and flexing too.
Yeah, flexing, showing off his muscles for the Instagram crowd. I'm like, yeah, Austin Theory is a treasure.
There's one thing that I'm kind of like, I wonder when it's gonna happen. It's the final like separation between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Like they kind of teased it, and then they kind of just kept them together. I'm kind of ready for them to kind of like just start doing their own.
I think it's going to be sooner than later. I think probably they still have a couple more weeks before they officially probably, but someone or Austin Theory finally realized, like, you know what, you're not a good friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be soon. I don't think they're going to hold on too long. They've been teasing at this breakup for a while now. It's just, I don't know. At the same time, I like them together, so I'm like, I don't mind them taking their time on this one.
There's one thing I definitely want to point out for SmackDown, because I actually was able to finally see it today. Yeah, we saw a title change in the Swords happen. Solo Sikoa asked for Jacob Fatu's title, his tag team title, and he handed it to Tongaloa. That's not necessarily something I've seen in a while, at least happening in WWE. But yeah, that was an interesting one. He was like, how can you be a tag team champion if you're supposed to be my enforcer? Why not both?
You can't do both. You can't do both. To be fair, the titles do say the bloodline, doesn't say which bloodline member.
True.
So I guess you could just I felt bad for I looked at their names, like keep
Jacob.
Jacob, like how they said, how they said, no, not Jacob Fatu,
Tongaloa.
Toa, yeah, how they said, chanted, you can't wrestle when they gave him the belt. I'm like, oh, that's mean, guys. He can technically wrestle.
Man's been
I don't think
he's held tag team championships with Tama Tonga in New Japan like for years. So it's just crazy to see this turn that happens every time he comes to the WWE. He just doesn't match.
I
don't know. It's weird, and like I don't think he did anything bad this SmackDown during the not main event, during the tag team defense against the Street Profits, which was a good match as well.
Definitely.
I enjoyed it. I'm glad that they're still popular. I didn't see the Street Profits winning it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then DUI coming out, not DUI, DIY.
DIY.
That's the fucking team right there. DUI. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on unless there's anything else you guys wanted to talk about Raw or SmackDown.
SmackDown, I do like the whole feud between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes.
I don't care.
You don't care? I like it because I just like it because even though they put good wrestling matches for me, I did like the whole segment where he showed up at his barbershop. That shows the beef is real.
I like the continuation. I like that they're trying to make it, like, again, they're trying to make people care about it. I definitely look forward to the actual match because it does feel a little stale. Like there's something missing in the storytelling when it comes to Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. But I like the added thing that they did this week with the barbershop thing. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
My thing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
If you want to finish.
Go ahead.
No, I said my thing with this rivalry is like with the whole like the 2-0 beginning and then Carmelo winning. It just seems like that meme where that guy just finally gets 1 point in like 11-1 ping pong match, and Carmelo's just like bragging, like, bro, you're still losing this feud right now. Like,
it fits the character.
I don't know.
Though. I feel
it
does fit the character. He's an egotistical guy. Even if he's fucking down 2, he wins 1, he's gonna be all over your face in it. I like that they're keeping that type of character. They haven't really switched them up since NXT days. Definitely excited to see where this goes. Let's move on to NXT. Josh, what can you have for us for NXT?
So for NXT, we have new tag team champions.
Hell yeah.
It was Chase U. They beat the tag team champions in a very good match. Also we had women's number one contender match, which Parker won. Jada Parker.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Let's go.
She beat Soul.
So
It was a gauntlet. It was a gauntlet. So there were the last two that was at the end. Yeah. And then
is this for the North American title?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. This the women's match.
The
it's North
women's
American title. No, North American title. I think.
North American.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then my boy Joe Henry won the triple threat match to face Ethan Page at No Mercy.
I saw that post on Instagram. I was like, they're really going for it with fucking Joe Henry. That's wild.
Yep.
I mean, it's hot. I saw the one sign in the audience where like the head turned.
That was
as
well.
Dope. Like, all right.
I like it.
And then I was gonna say, Wesley's old partners from the one he's gonna face came and attack him.
Oh yeah, from the Rascals.
Yeah, he came to attack him right after the match.
I honestly understand why they decided to break up the Rascals on NXT.
Yeah.
It definitely get people watching it. It's gonna cause some type of buzz for sure. But damn, man, I hate it because I actually like the Rascals in NXT. NXT on TNA. So it's the inevitable breakup of the stable that happens. But it was one of those stables where I was like, I hope this one kind of sticks around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Even when I was kind of wishing that they would have kept Matt Riddle around, because it would have been awesome to see that continuation story with Matt Riddle and the Rascals. But shit always happens, unfortunately. What else do we have for NXT?
And the last thing is you know the D'Angelo family?
Yes.
I heard them. They're like the Italian family. Okay. So they came out during a segment between the North American champ and no quarter catch weight.
Yeah, no quarter catch Republic, something like that.
Yeah. So I guess they were talking because I guess what's his name? Son William Regalson won the Heritage Cup.
Yeah.
Last week, so I guess he thought they were coming back to get the challenge, but no. Tony D'Angelo, I think that's his name, came out to challenge the North American champion and gave him a hell of a spine buster. Like lifted him up high in the air and just dropped his ass hard.
God damn.
So I'm looking forward for that match.
So remind me, that's his finisher, the spine buster?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
glad that they brought that shit back as a finisher. Like Arn Anderson, I've always enjoyed his spine buster. Yeah, dude, I enjoyed that match. I kind of forgot that finisher when I was picking our finishers for this theme. But yeah, there's just the first one right there is fucking the spine buster, Arn Anderson spine buster. That is it for NXT. Let's move on to AEW. AEW has All In this weekend, and we had our Dynamite Go Home show, where we had Chris Jericho go up against there was this one guy, hold on, I keep forgetting his fucking name. Tommy Billington, aka damn it, I should have had it ready. Dynamite Kid. So basically this guy kind of is the nephew of the Dynamite Kid, the original Dynamite Kid, and he kind of even looks like him. So he started wrestling, and he's actually really good. So we had Chris Jericho, of course, being the weird learning tree fucking character he's been. Calls out this guy, and they have a match, and he was doing good, and of course Big Bill steps in, and Jericho gets the win on that end. We saw Tony Storm go up against Saraya, for the Women's World's Championship. Tony Storm ended up making out with Saraya and Harley Cameron. That's one of the things I do remember from the match. But it was pretty dope to see Storm and Saraya go up against each other in a UK event, because you can hear the crowd. The crowd for this Dynamite was fucking dope. That's one of the things, again, Europe fans fucking bring it. They were hitting the steel cage, the steel what is it?
The
railings, and they were all in it. They were making the event feel like a pay-per-view when it was just fucking night Dynamite. But yeah, they brought it for Tony Storm and Saraya, and they put on a pretty good intense match. Of course, Tony Storm ended up picking up that win. Third match was the Continental Crown Championship, was Okada versus Claudio Castagnoli, and that was another fucking banger. I believe, yeah, this one didn't necessarily have a winner. Okada kept his title because they went into a time limit of 20 minutes. The Elite comes out at the end, making it seem that they were going to give the match 5 more minutes, but of course they were just doing a heel switch so that they can just get the boos out there. So Okada keeps the title, and no one is the winner on that match. Next one, I want to say, yeah, the last match of the night was literally started right then and there because Darby and FTR rushed in and started to beat up on the Elite, which was Matt and Nick Jackson with the scapegoat Jack Perry, and Darby and FTR ended up picking up that win of the trios, and that was a pretty dope match. A great way to send the viewers to Collision, and then finally to All In. Today is Saturday when we're recording, so we won't have the breakdown of the matches today, but we will be giving our predictions for All In. So let me pull that up for you guys. So we'll go with the first one here. Not the first
So
one.
no, there's a 0 hour match.
What is it?
They have a 0 hour match.
They do have a 0 hour match.
Yeah.
But let me see. Let me pull it up a different way because this is taking too long on my end. 4 matches. There you go. Alrighty. Wow. There's a bunch of championships on the line for that night. But the 0 hour starts with Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway versus Will Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii. The Stone Pitbull. What do you guys think for the 0 hour match versus Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway versus Will Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii? We'll go with Josh.
I have, because I have my own little thing, because I do Wrestle League. They have their own little contest where you could choose. I
Nice.
put Chris Statlander because she needs to win,
Yeah.
and it could set up for their future match with her and Willow. I think the winner gets to choose a stipulation also, I think.
I believe so. I believe the winner gets to choose a stipulation for their championship match, and that's the CMLL Women's Championship there. What about you, Warren?
I don't really know too much going in, so I'm gonna go with Willow.
Hell yeah. Let's go with Willow. I'm kind of torn in the middle. Most likely it is going to be Statlander to set up things in the future for that one. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next match, which is the Patriarchy versus the Bang Bang Gang versus the House of Black versus Pac, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. They turned this bitch into a fucking fatal 4-way for the trios.
Mhm.
I did not know that. So originally,
Ladder match too.
and it's a ladder match.
Is it a London's ladder match? That's what it's called.
I believe so.
Is there a difference?
I don't know. It just says it's a London's ladder match.
There's the Union Jack wrapped over all over the fucking ladders. That's the only difference. So I'm gonna
It's
say
in meters, not heights
meters and night heights. Yeah.
or feet.
So originally it was supposed to be the
Death Triangle.
Death Triangle. Thank you. Before, unfortunately, we lost most likely the Lucha Brothers to WWE. So now we have Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler jumping in to help Pac out for this trio's championship match. Very interesting. That's a fucking hell of a team. But in this instance, I have a feeling the House of Black is most likely gonna recapture the Trios Championship. We'll go with Josh. What do you think? Who do you think is gonna capture the Trios Championship?
I would like Pac to win it because it's and then to get that Wembley moment.
True.
But I think the champs are gonna retain because they really haven't done anything with the belt.
True. I didn't really consider that. I just don't want them to have the fucking titles anymore. What about you, Warren? What do you think?
Well, I can't go against Father. I'm going with Christian Cage and the Patriarchy.
Very well. Let's stick with the Christian Cage Patriarchy team. Moving on to the World Tag Team Championship, which is a triple threat of Young Bucks versus FTR versus the Acclaimed. Now, they've been in a heated rivalry. The FTR and the Acclaimed trying to prove who's the better tag team to be going up against the Young Bucks. And I'm glad that they made this a triple threat. And I don't know if this is, I don't think this is also a ladder match. It would be dope if it was, but it's just a regular triple threat for the tag team championships. I'm gonna say that the Young Bucks retain because the villains are gonna retain. I'm gonna say. What about you, Josh? What do you think?
Same thing with the Young Bucks because they haven't really done anything with the belts either.
What about you, Warren?
I mean, I'm just gonna go with the Claim because I can't bet against Daddy Ass.
There it is. Hell yeah. I
And
love it.
I have a feeling that the Claim might turn heel.
I kind of feel like they're heading that direction too, but I wasn't sure how exactly they're going to do it. And I'm kind of interested in seeing what direction they go with it. But it might be this night, tomorrow night.
Yeah, it might be the last string in the camel's back, and they boom go heel after the match.
True. Let's go on to the FTW Championship of Chris Jericho versus Hook. I'm gonna say Hook wins his title back and retires the title just to like get it out of there because I feel like it's run its course, but who knows if they're gonna keep it. That's what I think is gonna happen. Josh, what do you think?
Also, I'm going for Hook because if he wins, I think, or loses. I don't know if he wins or loses. The feud with Jericho ends also, and they could go into other things. And then Jericho can focus on when Joe comes back from filming Twisted Metal.
True. Yeah, I'm looking forward to when Joe comes back for sure. What about Warren? What do you think, Warren?
No one can beat Chris Jericho. He has plot armor. He's going to win.
You know what? I never considered the plot armor. I want to say, I still want to say Hook, but we'll move on. Let's go on to the AEW TNT Championship. Jack Perry, the champion, going up against Darby Allin in a coffin match. Again, I'm gonna say the villains are gonna be on a roll, and fucking Jack Perry's gonna win and get like a really big heel push because he beats Darby Allin in a casket match. What do you think, Josh?
I'm also going with Jack Perry. Not only that, so if Darby Allin loses, he still has a world championship. I think he won something to win the world champion. I think
right,
or something like that.
Yeah.
So he still has that. So it doesn't matter if he wins or loses here. He still has that chance to face the winner between Swerve and Danielson. So.
That's true. I totally forgot about that.
And I have a feeling that at the end of the match, I think Jack Perry's gonna light the casket on fire.
Damn, that's gonna be interesting. That sounds like something that could happen. Let's go with Warren. What do you think is gonna happen between Jack Perry and Darby Allin?
I think I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I think CM Punk's gonna come back and help Darby Allin bury Jack Perry.
Oh my fucking god, that would be amazing. I really enjoyed the cross promotion pictures that are happening between AEW and WWE. I didn't think that it was gonna happen, but you know what? I'll take this cross promotion work all day, any day. Yeah. I like the predictions. Let's go ahead and move on to AEW's TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné versus the Doctor, Britt Baker, DMD. And I want to say, this is one of the villains that might lose the championship, because I have a feeling Dr. Britt Baker has to come back with a championship, and I feel like they need to elevate the TBS championship, and you do it with a former champ like Britt Baker. I'm gonna go with Britt Baker on this. Josh, what do you think?
Monet's retaining.
Oh, Monet
For
is
one reason
retaining.
only. For one reason only.
What's good?
Because what happened at Dynamite, Britt Baker had the belt over her head and kissing it. You're not gonna win.
Damn, the kiss of death. What do you think,
Yep.
Warren? What do you think?
Well, I think Mercedes as well, because isn't Dr. Britt what's it? Not expelled, but
Suspended.
Yeah. Wasn't she suspended? So I guess Mercedes
You know what?
automatically.
It is possible. You know what? I totally forgot about the actual like legitimate suspension that happened to Britt Baker. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna say Britt Baker on my end. We got two Monet over here, so let's move on to the.
But I would say before we move on, the only way I see Britt Baker winning is if Jamie Hayter comes back to help her out with what's her name's enforcer.
Camille
enforcer.
Brickhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited for fucking Jamie Hayter to come back. I forgot about Jamie Hayter. She's been gone for too long. I hope she does come back.
I think a year and a half.
Yeah, dude. I hope she does come back tomorrow. That'd be perfect timing. But moving on to the AEW American Championship, formerly known as the International Championship, formerly known as the All Atlantic Championship match. So many championships. MJF, the champion, versus Will Ospreay, and I'm gonna say that MJF retains. I'm gonna jump back on the villain train and say that MJF weasels, slimes his way into a retain and gets the meanest like heel pop that you'll hear in the stadium. That's what I think. What do you think, Joe?
I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay, bruv.
Hell yeah.
I think he's gonna win because the whole thing that happened on Dynamite when Daniel Bryanson came to pump him up and tell him you got to get the job done, use it, and also I think this is gonna be one of the biggest Wembley's pop baby wins. I'm going with Ospreay.
Absolutely. If Will Ospreay wins at Wembley, it's gonna go crazy. You know what? That's probably gonna happen. But I kind of want MJF to win just to have the people just be like, oh, going crazy. That'd be crazy to see too. Warren, what do you think?
As much as I would like to see MJF win, I think it's gonna be Will Ospreay as well. I think, if they're doing the whole tease of him finally using that move again, I could see him winning at like London as well, a hometown. Like they don't come to London too much. Well, I guess they maybe they do. It'd be nice, I guess, give him his little hometown thing. Yeah, MJF doesn't really. He can survive with a lose easily.
No, for sure.
So hot. Yeah.
He's definitely brought some attention to the championship. He took it around the world. Fucking took it to Mexico, to CMLL. Fucking sold out arenas out there because
he took it to Rev Pro. I think.
There. What's up?
He took it to Rev Pro.
He took it to Rev Pro. Defended it out there. He's done big things with the title. I wouldn't be mad if Will Ospreay takes it from him too, because it feels like a good like send off to it.
Then you could also send MJF more towards the World Championship too.
True. That's basically the end game for MJF. So that's true. Moving on to the Women's World Championship of Toni Storm versus Mariah May. This has been a crazy storyline.
I'm sorry, it's timeless Toni Storm.
Thank you, timeless Toni Storm. And this storyline has been a great one. Campy as fuck at times. Cringy at times, but in the funniest way possible. No. But yeah, I want to say that it ends with Toni Storm retaining, though I have a feeling Mariah May might take it, so I'm a little conflicted on this one. I'm gonna say Toni Storm continues her historic reign and picks up the win on this one. What do you think, Josh?
I think it's gonna be the opposite.
Ooh.
Mariah's gonna win. Not only because it's been built into this betrayal.
Yeah.
And then from this, you could have Timeless Tony become a face while Mariah continues being a heel.
I feel like if Mariah May does win, we might get a different character from Toni Storm. So I can see that also happening. Because this Timeless Toni Storm, like it's had a long run, but I have a feeling that if she does lose, we're gonna get a new character from Toni Storm. Possibly. Well, who knows?
And another thing is that before we go on, another thing is that this is a regular one-on-one match.
Yeah.
So the rematch could be a stipulation match too, also.
True. Warren, what do you think?
This one, I can easily see it going both ways. I've always thought Mariah May should be the one who gets the championship from Toni Storm. It makes sense story-wise. I do want to see Toni Storm win, so I don't know. I think it's gonna be Mariah May, and like unless she gets it on another match, like they have maybe 2 out of 3 or another match after this one. But I don't see why they would if Toni Storm won. So I think Mariah May.
I also see if Mariah May does win, another way she could win is having Mina, her tag team partner, come in and help her out, because that could have been like the biggest swerve that we, the curveball that we don't see at the end there for Mariah May to pick up the win. So who knows? We'll see how it goes. We have 2 Mariah May and 1 Toni Storm over here. We'll move on to the final match of the evening, which is the retirement match of Bryan Danielson versus the champion Swerve Strickland. And I want to say, and I want to believe that Bryan Danielson will be sent off just like Sting with a championship belt to cap off his career. I hope that's what happens, because it would feel right, and I feel like this match is gonna be a fucking match of the year candidate, but we shall see. Josh, what do you think?
I'm also going with Daniel Bryanson. The reason I think he's gonna win also is because what if this is all a swerve that he's not actually retiring?
No, he's mentioned it like a bunch of times.
I know he's mentioned
who
it,
knows?
but
Who knows?
But knowing
This
Tony Khan, knowing Tony Khan is like, it could just be a story, like, But I know he's off contract already, and he's gonna be working less dates now. But
yeah,
we can see that. But I also have a feeling there's gonna be interference during the match with Hangman, costing Swerve the belt.
damn, I didn't consider that at all. I can yeah, that's a good point. Hangman is definitely a a wild card for this matchup. Warren, what do you think for this matchup? What do you think is going to win?
Has Bryan Danielson won this championship before?
He has not captured the AEW championship.
Okay, all right. That's probably gonna be Bryan Danielson,
right?
Yeah, part of me is like, well, maybe he just wants to end it here, like a nice, good match against Swerve, put him over, and then go out gracefully. But I'm like, if he's never actually won this championship either, I could see them giving it to him. Unfortunately, I was like very Swerve for it, because like I could see like Bryan just wanting to leave as well. I like Swerve as the champion, but yeah, I'm going with Bryan
Danielson. Dude, I can see Cowboy. The Hangman fucking Adam Page. He's a wild card for this match. I didn't consider that at all. And I can definitely see him fucking it up in either costing Bryan the match and having Swerve continue his title run, or vice versa, like Josh said it. Very interesting. We shall see what happens tomorrow on Sunday.
You're forgetting one more match.
Oh, what match am I forgetting?
The Casino Gauntlet match.
Thank you.
I don't know what that was.
Wait a minute. Are you sure it's happening on?
Yep.
Yeah.
It says so on AEW.com.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, the Casino Gauntlet match as well. We will see who has that right now in front of them. Tell me who's in the match.
Oh, it doesn't have a
It
who's in
doesn't.
the match.
Oh, it's a mystery.
Yeah. So
Yo, I love
my
these.
thing it's gonna be Ricochet winning it.
Oh, I heard he was rumored to come
Agreed.
show up. Yeah.
We also have fucking Lashley, possibilities of Lashley showing up tonight or tomorrow night.
No,
MVP most likely.
I'm like Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
We might see a formation of a new the Hurt Syndicate. Because of what MVP's been purchasing out there, the rights to names like that. But yeah, dude, thanks for the heads up on that one. I forgot about that. That's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the main theme of the episode today, and that is the best finishers. Hold up. The best finishers. There are many finishers out there, and they all vary on how they're done, how explosive they are, if they're even tag team finishers, because there's also tag team finishers out there. But yeah, I preloaded some of this list already, so we will be going down the list here, and we will go with the first one, One Winged Angel.
Of fatality.
Yep.
The one
By
winged angel.
Kenny Omega.
Callahan's
By
out.
Kenny Omega.
That's it, Don. I hate to say it, but you're right.
Now go ahead, Josh. This is one of your picks here.
Yeah, I chose this pick because I like the way he sets it up first.
Yeah.
And then he picks you up, and he could either just do the move or turn it into a pin, which usually just turns into a pin, which is very effective.
Yeah, the moves that he's done here, like in AEW, in New Japan, and DDT, Pro Wrestling Noah, he made it his own. The original All In. I remember this right here when he went up against Penta. This was fucking wild, and crazy matchup. Oh, doing it on top of steel fucking chairs. Crazy. Definitely a good pick.
Yeah, but my favorite one is when he does it when he's wrestling the doll.
Yes. I'm not sure if it's gonna show up on this compilation here, but let me see. Let me fast forward to see if it shows up with the doll, because I am a fan of that shit too.
Because I remember, and the doll kicks out apparently.
Oh yeah, he does. It is not on this list. It should be on this list. On this compilation, I mean. But yeah, different variations of the One Winged Angel. This was over here in AAA. Oh, reverse avalanche. Damn.
Ooh, that was nice.
Than the last one here. Very good. Crazy finisher. Warren, do you have anything you want to add about the finisher here?
No, I haven't really. It looks pretty cool. I haven't really seen it done too much. Every time I've seen Kenny Omega, I don't think he's actually pulled it off. So I don't know.
Very well. Let me see. There you are. A little bit bigger. All right. Let's move on to the next, and that is the RKO. This is your pick, Warren.
The three most dangerous letters in all of sports entertainment.
RKO. Oh,
it comes out of nowhere.
He's done it so many times in so many different ways. I remember someone doing like a moon. Oh, there you go. Some type of moonsault and him catching it. Maybe it was Ricochet doing something like that. Oh, onto Batista.
Yeah. No, I mean, I always liked it because, like, again, yeah, he can just do it out of anywhere. I'm wearing my RK Bro sweatshirt. Like, I love it. I always joke that I always just do it in real life to my friends. I'm like, RKO, it just comes out of nowhere, just having a conversation. It's always fun to do. Ethan, the ways they just try to make it look better every time, and he still does it so perfectly. It always looks so beautiful.
Oh, the classic flip here.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. No, I like that one specific RKO that he did to Hulk Hogan as he slid on top of a hood of a car and did that. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, it was. I think after they both agreed to face each other at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and you can also include the Diamond Cutter in this if you want. Since they're
Diamond Cutter, the Cutter, definitely. RKO though, I feel like he's made it his own. When you see this, you automatically think RKO. Even the stun gun is another, like, it's basically the RKO, or
it's a stun gun.
Basically it's RKO, but it's done by one of the guys from the Good Brothers.
Okay.
It's Anderson. What's his name? Not Luke Gallows, but the other guy.
Carl Anderson?
Oh.
Not Arn Anderson. No, he had his name sounds.
No, it's Carl. It's Carl. I think
Carl
it's called, right?
Yeah, Carl Anderson. He does that move? I never seen him do that move.
Yeah, he basically started using it in WWE. It's originally done by Tama Tonga though. Or is it the other way around? Either way, Tama Tonga also does it, but he had to switch it up once he came to WWE for something else. I don't know what his finisher is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, here it is.
I don't think he's really had one yet.
No, he did something.
Oh, this is good.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah. They did not practice that one either.
Nope.
Oh my god. I remember
like John Cena.
John Cena. Oh man. No, this is a good compilation. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the rest of them though. Let's start with this one. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you guys want to add about the RKO?
It's very dangerous. Like Warren said, out of nowhere, come out of nowhere.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and move on to the next finisher, and this is my pick. This is Kairi Sane's insane elbow drop, and I'll just let this play out, and it's only a minute here, but this is a great one of the better matches in NXT from when I was watching it, when I was kind of keep peeking in. This particular wrestler, Kairi Sane, does an insane elbow drop. That's exactly what it's called, and she makes it look really fucking cool. I don't know how she does it, but she throws her legs up somehow and like lands really nice. Here goes for the second one in Shayna Baszler. This rivalry right here though, for those who are watching this matchup in NXT, this was a crazy ass rivalry that I'm glad that they continue.
Currently.
Yeah,
they currently are.
Yeah, they're when they're what's it called, with their tag team, Pure
Damage Control
Fusion,
and
Pure Fusion.
Pure Fusion. Yeah,
I kind of wish they just keep it as Pure Fusion.
Yeah, it sounds like comic book insurance company.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Kairi Sane's insane elbow. Anything you guys want to add about Kairi Sane's insane elbow before we move on?
I mean, I've only seen her current version. I like how she does like this little looks
wind
like
up.
She's gonna like wind up. She spots it out like through an hourglass or something like that. Very piratey.
Yeah.
And it's just fortunate we haven't seen her get a win with it in a while. So
yeah, dude, I thanks for putting that up, because like that has been one of the things where I was like, damn, they made some amazing like stars like ready to go to push in once they got out of NXT, and this was like, can only assume because of Vince, who knows, but yeah, that's one of the things where I was like, man, they kind of didn't drop the ball with Asuka, even though they had her lose to fucking Charlotte Flair. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and move on to, unless you guys want to add anything else.
I would say, like, I know a lot of people do elbow drops, but I do like actually her version of the elbow drop sort of better than everyone else's.
Absolutely.
She has like add flair to it a little bit.
Absolutely.
And she catches air.
And she catches air. She looks like she's fucking floating out there. Let's move on to Shawn Michaels, Sweet Chin Music. This is one for Josh. Boom.
Yep.
That one. is one of my favorite ones. Shelton Benjamin catching the sweet chin music as he's floating out there.
I also like the Rey Mysterio one too.
The Rey Mysterio one's really good. This one right here is stupid funny because he's just like,
it's Ty Dillinger.
it's Ty Dillinger. Hey, what are you doing there?
Aries Spears.
I do love how Sean sells like after the super kick, like
Yes.
especially when he hates doing it, like to Triple H, like that beginning of that match when they were like basically together, and he just like super kicks him right away, and even John Cena's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
Oh,
Triple H.
yeah, I do remember that.
Saying I'm sorry to Ric Flair before he finally
Yeah.
gets
He
that
busts
one.
him.
Yeah.
No, this was a great time right here. I was watching wrestling during this time. This is before his he ended up hanging it up. More classic moment right here.
Yeah.
And I'll say, like, a lot of people do super kicks, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a joke that all there is now is just super kicks for an AEW.
Yeah.
WWE
Just
too,
super
man.
kicks.
We literally
They
saw
do
it with,
too.
Yeah.
But I remember like AEW like somehow does it more, which is crazy because WWE does it a lot. So this is the one I was talking about
Yes.
for Shawn and Triple H. The whole
Triple H, John Cena's face, like, what the hell? This is the reason
I
thought that
always
was fine.
I always loved him tuning up the band, like getting in the corner and just stopping.
I'm not sure which one of you said this. Oh, that was clean. But I think it was you, Josh. Maybe that they should give this finisher to Jimmy, or is it Jay? Main event Jay Uso. Just to have like
Main
the
event.
yeet, like the yeet hit, and have him do the same thing, like the tune up, but every time he does the stomp, it's yeet. That would be dope.
Or you could just do
Yeah.
like that in the corner and then do the super kick.
No,
Or
absolutely.
he can actually just do it from the side. He doesn't have to be at the corner. But yeah, no, like a little, like that does really work. Like a reason like people remember the Sweet Chin music is like, you know, you set up the cues that it's happening. Same with how Roman will go to the corner, Drew will go in the corner.
True.
Yeah.
Like there's that part of the finisher too that really helps selling it. Is giving the audience know that it's coming.
True.
Downside is your opponents know it's coming by a long time if they just pay attention for a second, but
Oh yeah,
they don't.
I
They
remember.
never do.
This was I was like, well, damn, they're just kicking everyone out of the NWO. I remember this right here.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Show out next.
I was gonna say my favorite Sweet Chin is when it's Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, Last Man Standing,
Oh yeah.
and I think the referee's at 9, and Shawn Michaels just pops up Sweet Chins, and they both get a double count out.
This right here,
Yeah.
the greatest betrayal in tag team history. Marty Jannetty. All right, let's go ahead and move on.
Good to know that barbershops
What's
got
that?
a lot better since those days. Barbershops got a lot better since those days.
True. Let's go ahead
That
and
barbershop with Carmelo Hayes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's move on to the next finisher, and that is Undertaker's Tombstone Piledriver. I believe this is yours, Warren.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was just thinking quickly, like, what are some other good ones? And like Tombstone just popped in my head. It's very iconic. The whole, not a lot of people kick out the whole pin of the crossing the arms as well. Even it's also one of my favorite moves that when people reverse it, I think it looks so much cool as well. Like going upside down, like flipping over and putting the Undertaker, and then I think there was one time where like Undertaker reversed the reverse and they just went up like over. It's just so classic. I was reading how like Kane was actually the first person to kick out, which I guess makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like if Undertaker really wants to just here's one. Other speaking of reversal, yeah, that whole just backwards, and then if he really wants to do damage, he jumps up with his knees. But like it always, I feel like it's always much safer than, yeah. Well, which part?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you were gonna say.
I was like I also like it because like there's always a risk with pile drivers. Like everyone's scared, but like with the Tombstone, it looks effective, but while also honestly being safe at the same time, which is nice.
True.
Yeah, because like even though like there was pile drivers were banned for the longest time, Tombstone was still okay to do.
I think that I mean, yeah, Undertaker. Obviously, Undertaker is the only one who could really do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense that he was the only one who could do it because he was trusted in there. He protected guys in there a lot. But specifically for this storyline where there was two Undertakers, I didn't necessarily understand which one, when I was a kid, which one was the real Undertaker. Because the other guy just, like, he did a good job portraying him. But yeah, I just had like a quick flashback to this match. Anything you guys want to add before we move on to the next matchup?
I just like when people try to do the Tombstone Power Driver on The Rock. I mean on Undertaker, and they can't. Sorry, The Rock just popped up there.
Yeah, everyone just keeps trying to do the Tombstone Pile Driver to The Rock. It makes no sense.
No, they try to do it to the Undertaker, and they fail every time, which is kind of funny.
I don't remember who's failed to do it, honestly. That's funny that someone would actually try it.
I never failed in the video games to do it to the Taker.
One thing
I think Batista tried.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he failed.
I'm sure Kane tried.
Yeah.
That is funny. I'm sure Kane tried too. One thing that I remember that I almost picked, and I'll just give it an honorable mention right now since we're looking at it, is the American Badass.
Last Ride.
Last Ride. I was about to call it the Highway to Hell. The Last Ride.
No,
that
the
was
power bomb where he just lifts you up.
Yes, that was it. Looked fucking cool. I'm gonna give it up. It looked cool. It was just a regular ass power bomb, but the shit looked dope.
My favorite memory of that is when he tried to teach Kane how to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
When was this?
Like he was trying. It was like in the early, when he first started doing it. Him and Kane were tag team. He like showed Kane like this.
Yeah.
Pick the guy up and throw him, and Kane was like this. It was like yeah, like that. Which is kind of funny.
Classic Undertaker here. He was still Ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ginger Taker. He was telling him to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And even like the whole setup too, like with the choke slam and the walking on the ropes.
Yeah.
Like his whole setup is great.
No, I agree.
And again, on the Tombstone.
Oh. We'll end it with this one right here. We'll move on to the next one. This classic one. Yeah, Undertaker's Tombstone, one of the greatest finishers of pro wrestling history. I definitely agree with that one. Let's move on to my pick, and this is Total Elimination. Now, Total Elimination is a tag team finisher, and the reason why I like it is because it looks really fucking painful. Like, here it is in action with Drew Gulak and Drew Gallagher. Jack Gallagher, I mean. We have Perry Saturn and some other dude. I would pick this a lot in my tag team stables, like finisher moves in WWE 2K games. We see a different variation with the Ascension here. We'll see in a few minutes that Undisputed Era had their own version of it, and this one looked pretty fucking brutal as well.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, there. Different variations too of it. I just really think it looks cool, and I think it looks really brutal when it's done right and when the guy knows how to sell it correctly. Definitely one of my favorite tag team finishers on here. What do you guys think about this one?
It's effective.
What happened?
Honestly, I felt like a couple of them looked different when we were watching the video. I'm like, wait, what is this move? Like,
it's essentially like having an opponent stand there and having like an attack of each on each side.
Yeah. It reminds me of what DIY does now, like in the when like they both kick the person in the middle of the ring.
Oh, okay,
Similar.
okay. Very similar.
Yeah.
Another one like that. Another variation of total elimination. Josh, what do
that
you?
one takes forever to set up.
Yeah. Josh, what do you think about this one right here?
Well, the only variation I've seen mostly is the one with Perry Saturn and the one with the Undisputed Era, mostly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very effective, and it really takes out the opponent if it's done right.
Yeah, when it's done right, it takes out the opponent and they get the win. It's a good, I honestly, when it's done right, it looks like a good finisher for a tag team. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, and it is a 5-star frog splash. This is Josh pick. Josh, tell us about the 5-star frog splash that we're seeing here.
So it's a form version of, I could say, the frog splash, but RVD made it his own, and he literally could do it from anywhere, and he always gets height when he does it.
With this, yeah, absolutely. From ECW to WC, from WWE to even AEW, he's done this crazy ass move, and still makes it look good as fuck. Like, oh, hold on.
I think he's done it off the Elimination Chamber too.
I do remember him doing the Elimination Chamber one. There it is. Too much. There it is. The Elimination Chamber frog splash was cool too. I like all the crazy 5-star frog splashes he did in ECW as well. Yeah, dude. Against Sabu. Let me see. Anything you guys want to add to this finisher, Warren?
I mean, fortunately, when I think of frog splashes, I think of Eddie Guerrero, but I definitely know RVD's is one of the, I was gonna say one of a kind. It's like, yeah, it is. I also, for current days, Montez Ford is like pretty good at his. He gets really good height for his frog splash. Of course, there's Dom, but he's mostly doing it to get booed at.
I forgot that's his finisher.
It is. Yeah. It's a good move. I see why a lot of people use it. It looks cool. Looks effective. It's not my top rope choice of a move, but I can see why it's a lot of people's favorites.
For sure. Let's go ahead and move on to the next selection, and it is, we saw a little preview it, the Code Red. Now, I chose to get the Amazing Red's Code Red because I feel like he's the originator of this move, and this is Warren's pick. Warren, what can you tell us about this move?
I mean, first time I saw it was when Zelina Vega did it at the, like, basically King of the Ring, where she won it against Piper, and I was like, what move is that? And like, it looks cool, it looks effective, like you're just flipping around a lot, but I don't know, like the whole using your own opponent's momentum, like when she did it to Piper, that's when I knew that, like, yeah, she deserves this Queen of the Ring.
I was gonna add the Selena Vega's Code Red. I think Sky Blue has Code Blue, which is a variation of this one too. It's just set up a little bit differently. But yeah, I decided to go with the originator guy because it's the coolest move. This, I don't know. Now, going back to something that I mentioned earlier, or not mentioned on the podcast when we were texting, it is very much the Canadian Destroyer, but I don't know which one came first. I feel like Code Red came first, and then the Canadian Destroyer came in next. But it's essentially the same move, just set up different.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Code Red. This is a long ass compilation of Code Red. But here's Loki getting it. There it is.
Yeah.
But
I know Selena just did one recently at the Money in the Bank onto a ladder, basically off a ladder.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was a crazy ass what's it called? Let me see if I can pull it up. Zelina Vega Code Red.
Let's do more.
And there it is. Here, we'll show this one right here. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
God
Ooh.
damn. Yeah, crazy ass move. Definitely effective. And on that ladder match that we just saw, yeah, that was pretty fucking cool. Josh, anything you want to add before we move on to the next one?
Like you're saying, Zelina made her own. The way she makes it, it's very effective. And then I think I've seen also Rey Mysterio do it, but not as a special. It's more like a one of his moves. It's one of his movesets. He's
Yeah,
done
I
it.
think
Yeah.
since everyone's been doing his moves anyway,
Yeah.
the LW is like, why don't we take your moves now and just do it as well?
True. Let's go ahead and move on to the next selection, and it is my selection. Now I went with the women's finisher, and I wanted to go with one that looks pretty effective. Like if this was like an actual move, I feel like it could be an actual move, but it looks pretty effective. It's essentially like a submission move, and she's just kind of twerking your whole body. This was one of AJ Lee's like not signature, it was her finisher. But basically definitely made her own. I haven't seen anyone else do it. Hold on. Getting to nope, one to that. There you go. But yeah, this is AJ Lee's Black Widow finisher. What do you guys think about the Black Widow finisher?
I was thinking about this for a moment for like a possible move when I was like looking up moves or like refresher. Like I said, it does look good, especially like maybe I should get a submission pulled in because like normally we're just doing flash finishes. Like good submissioners are also very well, but a lot of them are just simple like I'm holding your arm or like Anglock's cool, but he's just like that's it. But no, this one I was looking at, I'm like, yeah, that looks like it's annoying and hurts, and like at the same time probably not. But yeah, no.
I honestly
cool
almost
name as well.
I honestly almost went with the Crippler Crossface. And then like I know there's different variations of Crippler Crossfaces. I think Bryan Danielson has his own version. Mercedes Moné has her own version of the Crippler Crossface. When she was Sasha Banks over here, she'd do a backstabber into a Crippler Crossface for her finisher. But yeah, Josh, anything you want to add about this finisher?
It was a good submission finisher. I think there's only one person that's ever countered it, and that was Paige when she won the championship.
Right. Yeah, that's forgot about that one. Yeah, it was her first night on WWE, and she won her championship. Yeah, that's pretty fucking wild. We haven't seen that fucking in a long time, where a person like jumps in from NXT straight into a title.
Yeah,
that's pretty wild to see. We'll move on to the next selection, and we saw it was Pentagon's Piledriver, aka Fear Factor. This is Josh's pick. Josh, what can you tell us about this one?
It's a very to me it looks like a difficult move to do, especially if you're picking someone up that's heavy like he just did in the last video.
Yeah.
But it's effective for his move and for his style of wrestling too.
Yeah, dude. This move definitely looks rough
on its own brother.
On this, on the opponent and on the person doing it. And you have to have a lot of momentum. Here goes fucking LA Knight.
LA Knight.
I was like, is that LA Knight?
Yeah. This is back in TNA. This is back in AAA. No, not AAA. This is
this one's
Lucha
the more dangerous one
with the Ricochet right here. Yeah, crazy move. Fear Factor.
He's also done it to Chelsea Green, no?
Chelsea Green took it like a fucking champ. Here goes with the Canadian.
He did
Destroyer.
Chelsea Green?
Yeah. In Lucha Underground, they had a one-on-one match.
Yeah, in Lucha Underground, there's mixed matches, so women would be able to go up for the World Championship and trios matches, and have to like be just go for it.
Also, to break off topic for a second and talk about Chelsea Green, I liked her little segment this week on SmackDown, just like chatting
Stirring
like
the pot.
around the Yeah, just like literally like, oh, Naya, did you hear every word I said? That's so
Yeah.
weird.
No,
Good job.
I like that they're adding Chelsea Green into the mix a lot more. She definitely deserves
Yeah.
a lot more spotlight, and definitely enjoyed that little segment. I'm like, all right, I see what they're kind of doing there. But yeah, I absolutely love this move here.
Yeah.
Piledriver. Boom. But yeah, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one, which is the Swanton Bomb. Legendary Swanton Bomb. This is Warren. What can you tell us about this, Warren? We've seen.
I don't know who all these other people are that are not Jeff Hardy. What is this?
Blasphemy.
There's only one person I consider
shit.
Swanton Bomb. That's Jeff Hardy. No, it's great. Like for me, it's a little mixture of the Twist of Fate and the Swanton Bomb, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Though I was watching, the 2002 Royal Rumble, like Matt Hardy was doing like an inverse Twist of Fate every time. I'm like, what is this? Isn't your Twist of Fate? What's going on? But no, like getting up thing, the whole pose, and then just jumping off. I always the Swanton Bomb is one of those moves where I'm like, I feel like that's gotta hurt you more than the opponent. So just like my head just hits like your stomach. I'm like, all right, how's your head? You gotta do a flip.
I absolutely agree with you on that one. I always thought that it looked like it would hurt Jeff more than his opponent would, because he's literally using his body as a weapon.
And like also the time KO did it, for like it was an homage to like how Jeff did it at the Royal Rumble against the Dudleys, where he jumped off the top of the crowd area onto a table. But I remember when KO did it, it seems like he missed and most of his feet just landed on the cement, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna feel that for the rest of the match. And it was like a street fight against maybe Judgment Day, like him and Sami Zayn.
Damn.
That.
No, I'm kind of remembering that one. Yeah, fucking KO, man. Josh, anything you want to add before we move on to the next one here?
Yeah, I always like when he did it. My favorite one is when he did it off. I think it was I think it's outside the ring. He was trying to do it to Randy Orton, but Randy Orton moved out of the way.
Yeah.
He was very high up. But that was one of the ones I thought, I'm like, oh damn, he died. Randy moved out of the way, and I was like, yeah, Jeff Hardy's dead.
Just like fucking Shane O'Mac doing those crazy ass high dives. Definitely him and Jeff Hardy are up there in the fucking hardcore Hall of Fame, in my opinion, because of like the crazy heights that they took in for their jumps that they took. Let's move on to the last pick of the day, and that is my pick, and it is the Stone Cold Stunner. Legendary. It's been done in backyards.
Can we go back to the first one?
Yeah. Many times. The first one, there it is.
No. Is this at the SmackDown? I'm like, if this was at the SmackDown Buried Alive match, tag team match, I was there. But I'm like, if not, I'm like, I don't know.
It might kind of. It looks like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, I feel like his move was
Not Santa.
a time. It cements time in my life, just like the rock bottom and the people's elbow. This one's up there. It's timeless. We've seen so many people sell it, so many different horrible sells, so many different really great sells. Yeah,
This is the Royal Rumble I was watching.
Nice.
The whole McMahon family got it.
Really enjoyed it. What do you guys have to say about the Stone Cold Stunner?
I mean, it's the classic one move. Honestly, everyone thinks of. I just personally like the RKO better.
It's a different move.
They're similar moves. They're different moves, but they're similar. There's always like the classic. You gotta get the kick in the gut, and then this. It just sucks that the last stunner so far that's ever been formed was that shitty one against Vince, where you could honestly argue the one before that was one of the
best one,
not the best sellers ever, but like near the top against like Austin Theory. It just sucks that it went from really good to really shitty, like in the span of like 2 minutes. Oh yeah, the Scott Hall one, that was great.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yes. The beer spit. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's the one finisher that you want done to you.
Yeah.
I'll give it
Mhm.
that.
No, I get a kick out of how people sell it. Like I like to see how they
Yeah.
sell it. Here he comes.
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, come
The
on.
flops. Think we're gonna get
Ooh.
Vince McMahon at the end?
Yeah, I hope.
Like the
We'll
real
see.
shitty.
I actually don't know. I didn't get to see this one. Yeah, this one's a memorable one.
Oh,
Let me
so long.
see. There's a bunch of them on this one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's so many good ones to
Oh,
choose
right,
from.
Piper one.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Carlitos.
Here's Carlito getting one. Let me see.
Oh.
Coachman getting one. I forget.
This is what I was thinking
yeah.
about at WrestleMania. He spins around. Boom.
That's funny. Let me see. Fucking Arrow Bischoff getting it. Kurt Angle.
Paxton.
I'm surprised that the Vince
Cool.
McMahon one isn't in this one. The horrible one.
It could be the last one.
No, it's not. I'm surprised.
Maybe they realize it's
McAfee.
shit.
No, it looks like Kane, like a classic one for the last one. But
Unless it's hidden somewhere in the middle. But yeah, no, it doesn't matter. We all know the shit. We don't need
Yeah.
to see the shitty one. Let's end on a good note.
fucking McAfee. Yeah, well, yeah, perfect. With a shitty one. That's a shitty one
Hogan.
there. Yeah, dude. It is stapled in backyards. Many kids have given their cousins the Stone Cold Stunner and or the Rock Bottom growing up. So it is definitely one of my top ones out there. Anything you guys want to add before we end the list for tonight?
It's just a classic move.
Hell yeah.
That's the bottom line.
It's the bottom line. All right.
And I
let's
always
begin.
used to use it at jumper parties.
Oh, hell yeah. I used to use that. Jumper parties. Let me go back.
I mean, though, I feel like the best move on the trampoline is the choke slam.
The choke slam.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Definitely enjoyed those in the bouncy houses. I want to thank Warren. I want to thank Josh for being on the podcast again.
We don't want to do like a quick honorable mention.
Oh, thank you. Honorable mentions. What do you guys got? Warren, what do you want? What do you want to throw out?
I just have two. One, because I think it's too new to really consider like the best of the best, and that's the move that Bianca and Jade do that they just sort of created for their tag team. Like, it looks pretty cool. I don't know if it'll last long, if their tag team will last long, but at least for now, it looks pretty cool. And one, I just have a soft spot that I just love, and that's Sky Too Hot. He's the worm.
Oh
No.
shit, the
whole-
worm. That's a
the
good
whole
honorable
thing.
mention there.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have any honorable mentions for this?
Yeah, I have two. One's a tag team, which is the 3D.
3D. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I always love seeing people go to the table when they did it and when how they set it up. And then my last one for honorable mention would be, it will be it was on the top of my head. Oh, the angle slam.
Angle slam.
I love when
it.
Angle would do reverse moves to angle slam when he did it off the top of the rope. When he
Nice.
did it to Shane McMahon to the glass twice.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, that was a belly to belly.
belly,
wasn't it?
belly to belly.
Yeah.
Which made it worse because it was like,
Yeah, but then I think he did it on top of a plywood on top of the rope. He did it off like that too.
Yeah.
Wild man. Yeah, those are great honorable mentions. If I have to give those out there, I have two, and that would be the mandible claw. Two variations. We have Mankind's mandible claw, and then we also have the new one, which is Britt Baker's mandible claw, where she does I keep forgetting what it's called, but it's like a submission move where she's on the floor, and she puts the claw in there. And then the second one is the Meltzer driver. It's the Young Bucks finisher. They recently did it to Tony Khan. And essentially like a power driver mixed with a guy jumping over, doing like a little flip, sometimes a little flip, and helping his tag team partner finish the Tombstone. it is devastating move in tag team division. Anything else you guys want to add out there? Ooh.
No.
All right.
Said my piece.
I want to thank Josh. I want to thank Warren for being on the podcast. Warren, where can they find you on the socials?
The usual on under the name Tombstone, TU_STEUND. I'm on the Twitch, the TikTok, the YouTube, and the Instagram. All same names.
Hell yeah. Where can they find you, Josh?
Just on Instagram, Sith_Josh_818.
Right on. You can follow the podcast at Not So Intellectual Podcast. You can follow me at NSI Rick. And you can follow the Lucha Critics at Lucha Critics. And be sure to give us a like, send us a comment. Let us know what you guys want to see on the podcast, on the different shows within the podcast. Until then, I want to thank you for watching. Be good to yourself and others. Bye. Bye.
Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah.
Be sure to follow me on all the social platforms at NSIRick. And you can also email the show at notsointellectualpod@gmail.com. See you next time.